What's up, guys? Good, hot, muggy, steamy afternoon from Georgia. Lord of mercy, preseason just is something, ain't it? I mean, it's just hot and nasty, and all you're thinking about is a cool fall morning and getting in the stand and going bow hunting. So first off, I want to apologize for the background noise you hear. They're having camp meeting down at the church past my house, and the cars are just back and forth. And the front yard's about the only shady spot I can find around here, and I sure enough ain't getting out in that sunshine right now. So I wanted to go over a couple of things with you guys and show you and give you guys some specs on something that I just got. Now, I'm a hybrid hunter. I used to use a platform. I first started saddle hunting back in 2018, 2019. In 2020, I started having some back issues. 2021, I started having some nerve issues. About the end of 2019, when I started having the back and the nerve issues, I went completely 100% saddle. I had some balance problems, and the saddle's the only thing that made me feel comfortable. So with that said, the saddle making me feel comfortable, I'm constantly looking for different ways to hunt and different ways to stay comfortable in the tree stand because of that, because of back issues and everything. So that's when I kind of converted to hybrid hunting. So my weapon of choice or drug of choice or stand of choice with hybrid hunting is Lone Wolf .5. This is not broke. This works great for me. I really, really enjoy this. So far, this is my absolute favorite little stand to hunt with when I go. And like I said, I use a saddle, but I use this .5 tree stand and hybrid hunt out of it. The only true issues that I would actually say that I would have with the .5 is when I'm sitting facing the tree, which I spend the majority of my time doing, is the cables. The cables seem to, they rub my boots. They rub the side of my pants legs. So if I've walked through a wet hayfield and my rubber boots are wet, or if I've crossed a creek or something and my rubber boots are wet in the morning or whatever, you can get a squeak there. That's the reason I have the stealth tape on my actual cables to stop that from happening. And in early season, when I'm wearing like slimmer pants, thinner pants or something like that because it's so stinking hot, if I'm pressed back too far or leaning to the side too far because of the angle of the tree or something, it kind of gets bothersome. You start kind of feeling that cable pressing on the side of your leg, and especially my left leg with the nerve damage. And it's kind of aggravating, so it kind of bothers me. And plus, there's not really like you're going to put a lot of side pressure on this stand just because of the design of it and the way the teeth are and everything. So, I mean, you basically have to do 100% hybrid. You can't forget that you're in a tree stand and think all of a sudden that you're in a platform, because you're not. But you have plenty of room. As a tree stand, it may not give you a whole lot of room. As a platform, it gives you a ton of room. So, I don't really have a lot of complaints with it. So, it's not broke, but I saw something I thought that might be just a little bit better, something I might could actually try. So I went ahead and purchased it. This is Lone Wolf Custom Gear's new Ranger hybrid stand, and it's supposed to be more of a crossover for us hybrid hunters. They've kind of hit the market on that running with their feet down. Now, first off, let me go ahead and tell you guys, I'm by no means Greg Staggs. I'm not a professional, so you're not going to see in the title official review or anything like that. Basically, what I'm giving you is just information and my personal opinion on it. So, I mean, you take it at face value. That's what it is. It's my personal opinion, okay? I'm not a professional or a pro at this by any stretch of the imagination. But I'll tell you what I can tell you. So, the first thing I've noticed about it, it's very well built. It's Lone Wolf, so it's well built. There is a couple of little pet peeves of mine that kind of bother me with it. I'll go over those in a minute. But one of the first things I know that most of you guys worry about is weight. So, I don't hike in like I used to. Because of the back nerve damage, and I'm getting old, so I don't get that far. But let's go ahead and go over the weight and see what we can tell you guys. So let's see if I can get my scales to 0. I don't know if you guys can read that or not, but they're 0'd. I'll move it around a little bit and see. Yep, they're 0'd. And we're going to hook, this is the .5. I'm going to free hold her up here. And the .5 is showing 7 pounds even. Okay, now this .5 has a set of Lone Wolf straps, just a standard straps, a USA Pro stand attachment. It's got a therma seat instead of the Lone Wolf seat because I bought it used and that's what come on it. And like I said, it's not broke yet, so I'm not fixing it. And it's got a couple little backwoods mobile gear straps here that I actually connect my stick in because my one stick in because I don't use Lone Wolf sticks. So now let's 0 the scales. They're back at 0. And let's check this .5, or this Ranger. I'm sorry, my mistake, this Ranger. Find me a place I can get a hook on it. Let her freestand there. And she is 7.26. Okay, now, sorry I got the shakes there, guys. It's hot and I'm dehydrating. But that's pretty comparable. Again, USA Pro, standard Lone Wolf straps. It does not have the little quick disconnects on it or anything like that for my one stick yet. So they're comparable. I don't know. That's pretty negligible as far as the weight goes. So I wouldn't let that be a deciding factor in it. Now, one of the things I do have a little bit of an with, but I can see where they're coming from. How do you fix it? Is on my 0.5. On your 0.5, it's got slots in the machining of the platform right here that your teeth on the back of your stand lock into. So now when it's on my back, this does not move. It's locked into these, and that's how it holds itself into position. Now, as you can see on the Ranger, it does not come down far enough for it to have a lock like that. So what Lone Wolf has done is they've sent you this little cotter pin. I'm being serious, guys. It's a cotter pin. See, it's right here. Now, the thing about it is, I've got mine tied to the stand with a piece of D-loop because this is 100% definitely something I can see I'm going to lose. The good news is you can pick these up at Tractor Supply. It's not affecting your climbing or the load bearing or the weight. So it's not like it's a regulated part or anything for a safety issue, because you don't use this when you're not hunting. So it is something you can pick up a couple of spares and stick them in your pack or whatever. But basically it fits in a little hole here, and it's what keeps your stick, your seat from moving. Because when you pull it, what am I got? Okay, I see what's going on. It's the foam seat's got it. When you pull it out, now your seat will just fall. Okay, so it won't hold it open there or anything. So as far as pet peeve, again, I can see where Lone Wolf banging their heads against the wall on what to do right there, though. What I can see is that being is a clang-a-lang effect. The other little thing that's got me scratching my head, and I have talked to Lone Wolf. I've emailed them several times. They've emailed back with me very quickly. Is the top Versa button. The Versa button's on this versus the 0.5. The 0.5 actually goes through a hole and it's bolted in. These are machined in, so they're not moving, okay? But the top one actually contacts the stand right there. Okay, so see, it doesn't fold straight up. It doesn't fold completely up. And the reason Lone Wolf told me they've done this is because if it folded straight completely up, this Versa button would be stabbing you in your back as you're trying to pack it in and out. So they've actually said that it's intentionally done that way, so it won't hit you in the back. But again, you can see I've self-taped mine, because I can definitely see that as being another clang-a-lang effect. But other than that, it seems to be very well. It's Lone Wolf, guys. So I mean, yeah, it's very well built. Everything's precision. Everything's well thought out. No, I'm not a fanboy, and if you think I am, just go on to get in your tethered saddle and leave me alone. No, I'm just picking, guys. Don't get mad at me. But one thing that I really find that stands out on this stand, and I want to show you, is the teeth. I want you to look what a set of fangs this thing's got. I mean, if you wound a deer and come across him, just take your back off and stab him with your Ranger, okay? I mean, look at those things. Good grief. To give you a little comparison on these, there's the 0.5s, okay? That's the stands, the teeth on the 0.5, and that's the Rangers. That joker has got some fangs on it. It's kin to Dracula. So, it's hot. I ain't afraid to sweat. Let's go on in the house and grab a saddle. I think we're gonna get right over there on that little crooked, ugly, hard bark pin oak. It looks like it'd be nasty and make me fall off of it. And let's put it on a tree, see what we think. Well, the Mercy Boys, it's getting hot in Georgia. So, got my Pro. One good pop on it seemed to hold the stand just like it's supposed to. So the stand's not like overly heavy for that and everything. I'm trying to watch I've got that 0.5 on that side. I'm trying to actually watch, make sure I don't get them big old teeth into it. The only problem I really could say I have with the USA Pro is the fiddle factor, actually getting the Swabish through the prusset and all of that as far as getting it connected. But otherwise, I mean, it is by far my favorite actual way to connect the stand to a tree. And normally what I do once I do that is I'll just wrap this around the tree till I got where I can get this elastic wrap around something. Oh, cool, this has got a whole new peg up there I can hook it to. Now, I'm gonna tell you one thing about a USA Pro. That little tag is handy,
but that little booger will wrap around every single little piece, twig, PCO stand, or anything else that it can get wedged on, it's gonna get wedged on it. So now let's take a couple looks at some things here to see where we're at with this. So from the post back here, the farthest part of the post on this Lone Wolf 0.5, I'm running 15 3/8 of an inch. No, I'm sorry, I beg my pardon there. 18 3/8 of an inch from the post to the end. If you want to try to go all the way into the tree back there, it's around 21 3/4 of an inch. This stand at its widest section is 17 inches. Now up here where my feet normally sit, this stand is around 10 inches. So let's take a look over here at the Ranger. So if I go in here to the post on the stand, we're 9.5 inches. If we go all the way back to the tree, we're almost 15. We're about 15 7/8 of this tree right here. So where they're getting their measurements is all the way back here, which gives you that 17-inch measurement, which is all the way back here on the edge of the tree. Your feet would be out here as far as that goes. Now this thing where my feet sit at the widest section is 16.5. That's really good. I like that. The cool thing about this Ranger that I'm finding is it's got a pin bolt through a threaded, it's got a pin through a threaded bolt right here, and it's got a knob that you twist. And you can twist this knob, and by twisting this knob, let me bring you guys over here and show you this. So this pin is what's locking this stand and keeping this stand from riding up and down. And it's on a threaded bolt that's got a lock washer on the back, lock nut on the back of it. So by turning this knob, it actually adjusts and moves this bolt up and down. And what that does is that changes the level of the stand as far as where the stand is sitting. So that's how you actually get your stand leveled up on the tree, is by just twisting this little knob. So it's a really, really cool concept as far as that goes, and as far as how to actually get that thing to set. It's also, as normal, it's got your little seat pin up here to where you can actually adjust it and adjust the height of your seat as well. Now, back to what we were doing. So as you can see, I just set these. I'm gonna toe cam it just like I actually. All right, so let's go ahead and get on up here. And as you can see, I've got a big gap right here. So we're gonna see how good this works. Lord knows I did not bring the right shoes to be toe camming a stand or a platform, but it is what it is, right? If we make a blooper reel, we just go with the blooper reel. Lord mercy, I ain't even had my saddle on this year. So let's hope that don't drop into my 0.5 when I go to toe kick it. Them are some bad teeth to be trying to toe cam, guys. I'll tell you that right now. So this tree is a pin oak, and as you can see, it is a god-awful crooked pin oak. So I kind of picked that on purpose. Because if we're gonna do this, let's just go ahead and do this in a position where maybe we can get some ideas on it. So let's sidestep around here to my 0.5. Now this is how I normally set on my 0.5, like I said earlier. Put that against the tree, and I set down just like this. This is how I spend the majority of my hunt, right here. Bow right here, keeping my eyes open, looking this way. This is how I spend the majority of my hunt. Now when the squirrels start bothering me in the leaves and I can't figure out what's going on, or I'm finally getting enough of the nerve damage in my legs bothering me that I gotta stand up, this is the way I spend the majority of my hunt. Right here. These are the two positions that I spend most of my time in right here. Leaned up against the tree, standing up, scanning around, or sitting down in it like this. Well, I slipped. Or sitting down in it like that to keep the weight off of my feet. I've got bad nerve damage in my left leg and it bothers me pretty bad. Now this is what I'm talking about, like I said, is sitting down. That cable, when my feet are way up there, that cable is it's rubbing on your shins. And it can be a little bit aggravating. You will feel it after a while. So now let's sidestep, put a little side pressure over there on that Ranger, see if it goes anywhere, and see what it's like over there. Well, so far so good. This tree leans back more than it leans at the side. Shorten this bridge a little bit. I'm not a short bridge guy, but this tree's to try to keep you guys in the video. So again, same situation there. I just rolled it up. That's my knee pads, my foam on the seat, whatever. And I spend most of my day just like this. This is good. I've got plenty of feet room. I really like that. There's no cables in my way or anything. It's like a regular platform. It's just a big one. I don't feel like I'm as restricted with my feet. I do like that. And like I said, the other way I spend a lot of my time is normally I'll move my tether up when I do this as well, but I got a branch, so we're not going to go into that. As you can see, I'm already soaking wet in sweat, guys. As I stand here like this, now I could do it. I don't have as much room. I can't lean out like I would with the 0.5. I don't have that much room to get away from the tree. This tree is kind of leaning toward me a little bit, but I can't really. And normally, like I said, I'll bring my tether up, and I'll have my tether over my shoulder like this as I'm sitting here. It's a little bit safer. It keeps tension on me. But I'm 3 foot off, 2.5 foot off ground. It's not bad. I could deal with this. Now, here's the thing. The other way, when I used to use a platform, is I would actually sit over here on the side of it like this and lean back. This is another position I spend a lot of time on. Now, because this tree is leaning and I didn't worry about the leveling and everything for the video, my platform is not sitting flat. My platform is actually kind of angled toward you guys a little bit. The top of it's up over there. So let's look at a couple things real quick. It's not really wanting to go anywhere. I mean, so this side's kicked up. So if I'm going to be able to kick it loose from this tree angles this way, so it's leaning like this, like out that way, the top is, and the platform is actually like this. So that's going to be the side that if I can kick it, I can kick it out on. Ooh, I got a limb. I can get some bind on this one. I got to move a little, but it went flat. Give myself a little more rope here. Seems pretty. That gun, guys, it's got some fangs on it now. It's got some teeth. It's not bad, guys. I don't like the way the little pin is for the seat as far as that goes, as far as the packing it. Like I said, that's something that I can see you losing. Fortunately, it looks like something you can find at Tractor Supply. It's not bearing on your actual climbing, so it shouldn't affect you as far as that goes, as far as like load stress or anything like that goes. I don't like how when it folds up, this hits this Versa button right here. I don't care for that much, but otherwise I think we'll give the 0.5 a break opening day, and we'll give the Ranger a shot, guys. I hope this helps some of you guys. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments. I don't know a whole lot about them as far as that goes. I am a hybrid hunter. I don't really use a lot of platforms, but every single member on the Saddle Cartel is saddle hunters, and if I don't have the answer, they will. Peace, guys. Good luck this season.